The plan of the hierarch. A foreboding quiet consumed the council chambers as the large doors sealed the entrance and all were waiting my arrival. The desire sat in meditation, whereupon I sat on the soft pillow in the council circle. The quiet of the meditation continued to release the anxiety of the participants and to gather the force and form of the agenda to be discussed amongst the hierarch. With my eyes closed, I let my breath grow deeper on each inhalatio while fully releasing and letting go. My breath continued to harmonize with the others in the hierarch while my mind chased thoughts through every corner of my awareness. The council chambers were as quiet as when I entered, and there was physical stillness as everyone sat in silent meditation, motionless. The desire or first disciples in attendance included the best of the hierarch with scientists, arhalas, sechas and votars. Included was a contingent of 4 votars attending in position as guardians. Under the pure spectrum white lights, the votars' glistening black-green uniforms shimmered. Their telecoms units flashed connective linkages to each other. They communicated constantly through their biotechnological attuned systems, noticing every emotion, stress and curiosity. The desire to have security was highly irregular. This intense degree of focus that was being undertaken clearly indicated that things have changed. Underlying the tension within the hierarch were reports of accusations, secret meetings, aggressive actions behind the scenes in the Platricia and the Azure Soul. The world situation was getting worse. The changes are affecting everyone. The experience of the mobs in the city center of Murai shows the mass consciousness is completely out of control. I had just returned from the city experience. I saw how OBS was infecting the civilization. OBS was much more deadly than I had understood from my own struggle. The mindless ones are everywhere. This is civilization may be a lost, it is not what I want, they are crude and almost animals. This is not the world I want to belong to. The moments of intensity began to grow as I could not keep my thoughts quiet. The smell of the smoke, dust and ash were everywhere. I remember the filth and the disasters of life being torn from the body. The ones I saw in the crowd were hopelessly corrupted. Their lives are shamed of their divine powers of Zaya. This is something I could not shake from my memory. I will not give in to enabling this catastrophe. I am strong to walk the path of light. I will walk it even in the face of all that are only placeholders in the destruction. The soulless ones are everywhere. They have no light and they are infected by OBS. The Zarksa have infiltrated all forms of life in Aloe. All is lost. I must attend to my attitude. I am still in control of my humor. Even all healing activity ceased for this general council. The healing chambers were vacant and all public classes were cancelled during this hour. All food preparations and other activities except for the most crucial were stopped. The powers of organization within the university are a marvel. The soft internal music of the sanctuary became silent to allow quiet group meditation. With the simplest of ritual, the ceremony brought a grandeur. Within the center of the crescent-shaped lectern Zo seated himself next to Lash on his right and Vela on his left. Next to Lash was Zobri. Next to Vela, Vesia. They were wearing formal attire of loose-fitting tailored robes designed in white silk and golden trim of the hierarch masters. The masters of the hierarchy were meeting to discuss environmental, political and energy changes in the world. Nothing is held undisclosed long in the hierarchy. Knowledge is open before all who are here. The leadership of hierarchy seated themselves around the central table. Larger cycles are issues of importance before all the desire. Let us advance to counsel and proceed into the light, intelligence and consciousness of Zaya, Zo said to the conference of desire. Become aware of the higher mind working through all of us. Allow this higher mind to work for the good of each and every one. Very important information on the current change of vibration and current time cycle of change is the point of this meeting, Zo said as he introduced Lash, who began the discourse. The stage is decided. We have determined the real effects of the social crisis affecting Aloe. Old beliefs that evolution has an automatic character acquired from its past does not hold. The discovery of the old manuscripts point out time and again mankind rises to the heights only to fall again into the abyss. Evolution is not a straight line progression in evolvement but a wave spiral. The unfoldment of society and the individual follows universal law of cyclic alternation. Evolution is defined by cosmic laws and principles. Throughout nature there is the double characteristic of construction and destruction, one cooperating with the other. This is duality, the polarity of all existence. The alizibrium is the working together in the mysterious movement of Zaya. The experiencing of overlap is the conflict between the destruction of the old and the birth of the new. The confused sharp crisis that exists now is the overlap. In the overlap of cycles there is a mixture of movements from one level to another. Time is displaced and there is an intermixing of dimensions. This time period requires the alizibrium. Balance is required in order for the central strand of life is coming into central core of the planet. The movement of the weather, earth changes, electromagnetic, magnetic and gravitational changes all relate to the inner plasmic dimensional changes. Pestilence has infected the world and is present in everyone. This must be realized. Learn to accept the status of a master and do not judge. Become aware you are infected, that your life is interlinked with the judgment and the shame, but it is time to rise above this. There is the healing of the planet that is needed. We must rise in service to Leah. Not just on the physical level but through our emotional, spiritual and mental capacities. Leah is calling out for us and demanding us to bring it the world to righteousness. We have lost the ability to procreate and this will end our civilization. We are the children of the dawn of a new age, or we will fall into the abyss of total darkness because of the refusal to transmute with higher energy. Lash released his thoughts clearly to the assembled group. He looked out into our eyes in an uneasy pause as he allowed us to scan our recognition of this truth. Never before had there been so much confusion, sickness and crisis in Aloe. The hierarchy was our sanctuary, but the world outside of these walls was in decay. This society is faced with destruction like civilizations before.